record our call today. We're going to have a fun call. We're going to have a different kind of call today, an AI call, which is why we're here. But it's going to be a little bit of a different one. I'm going to run you guys through something that I think is really fun. And we'll see if you guys agree. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining us. So I'm Crystal for those who are here for the first time. I am one half of A Creative. My business partner, Eve, who normally runs these meetings with me, is traveling today. So you guys just get me. And I pre-apologize for all of the things. And I'm going to do my best to keep up with the chat while I'm teaching today. So if I don't get to your question right away, just please be patient with me as I get to them as we go on. So far, we like you. Great. Thanks, Chuck. I appreciate that. That's great. We're going to give everyone a couple more minutes to join us here. Normally, I have like some disco, like RuPaul music going to kind of like set the mood. But I don't know. I feel like we don't know each other that well that I can like go full like RuPaul yet.
I'm going to interrupt you a minute. Just so you know, yes, I had an invalid Zoom ID on our calendar for Lean on Laurel for you guys. So that's why I'm late. I don't know if anyone's going to have the same problem. So if there's not many people here, it's because they're probably having to go in circles because one of the Zoom links that Laurel sent out was invalid. So I had to go in a circle to come and find you. Okay.
You know what? If it makes you feel any better, the Zoom link that I had for myself was also wrong, and so I had to go hunting for it. So,
that's awesome. I'm not saying it just in case not many people turn up. That's the reason why, Crystal. Okay, you're looking lovely today. Love your hair.
I was gonna say your hair looks different. Clearly, Tina and I go way back to like March, and so we know each other quite well. So I'm like, your hair looks different. You look great. You look great.
Thank you. Not as good as yours, I'm afraid. I was trying to be posh. I
had a whole 30 seconds this morning. All the men are like, why are we talking here? I'm so sorry, gents. We're gonna get to it in a couple minutes. I usually like to start at 5, give people a minute to get in. So I'll give you
today because I miss what was going on today. Can you tell us what's going on again?
Absolutely. So this is actually your fault, Tina. That's why we're doing this. I need you to know this. So last time we did one of these calls, Eve was showing us UDIO or UDIO, however you want to spell it, whatever. And basically what UDIO is an AI that helps you create original music. So I'm actually going to talk a little bit about the El Scandalo, the controversy, before we get started, because there is a little bit of controversy around this AI. I still think it's fun. I still think it's something useful. And I want you guys to take a look at it because it's really easy and fun. But I do want to make you aware of like everything that's kind of surrounding what's going on. So UDIO and another competitor called Suno, they are basically AIs that help you create original music. As with most AI things, it pulls from the collective works of humanity to create these things, right? So when we go into ChatGPT, it knows what we're talking about because it's pulling from, all of these years of data. So similar with music, here's where it gets a little El Scandalo, is that there's currently a lawsuit going on. I believe it's Warner, Universal, and another company that's suing these platforms, basically saying that they don't have the permission to pull from all of these copywritten sources. UDIO likes to say it's not copywritten, it's fair use. There's a whole scandal going on around it. So I wanted to address it at first because I think I want to get ahead of questions. I think a lot of people are going to be like, can I use this? Is this legal? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see how the lawsuit plays out. Honestly, that's kind of where we're going to have to go with it, is we're going to see how the lawsuit plays out. In the meantime, what I will say is proceed with caution on where you use what you create in these programs today. Meaning that you have a license to use this music. You do not own the music. UDIO, Suno, whichever one you want to use, they own the music. You have a license. So as someone, and I don't know if you guys know my background, I'll give you a 2-second quick background, then I'll jump into it. I've been an influencer for over 10 years now with 500,000 following, largely on YouTube. And the reason I'm going to point out YouTube here is that YouTube and copyright strikes kind of go hand in hand. Okay, if you've ever put anything on YouTube before and you've had music, you may have seen your video get copyright striked. You may have heard of that before. And so what that means is that the studio or whoever they believe is the copyright owner will put a claim on your video, which will either mean that your video needs to come down, that your video needs to have the music replaced in it. So sometimes it'll just rip the music out and they'll be like, you know, where you had your cool, fancy, themey, vibey music is gone. Or, and this is usually the worst case scenarios, you'll get a copyright strike, and the company claiming ownership will then be able to collect your ad revenue. So if you are planning on monetizing your YouTube, if you do monetize your YouTube, currently today, July 25th, 9:07 a.m. PST, you're good. Does that mean that in the future, if things change with the lawsuit, that whoever the copyright claim owner is can come back and monetize off of your YouTube and take your ad revenue or put a copyright strike? Potentially. So I just want to be really clear about that up front, because I want to make sure that, you know, you guys know going into it, open eyes, educated decisions, that you can, you know, use this stuff, but you want to make sure that we're not using it in a way that could potentially harm your business. So with all that being said, it's 9:08. I'm going to get into it. We're a little group of 11 today. I love this for us. I feel very cozy, very intimate. And because we are cozy and intimate, feel free to jump in. If more people come, we'll let them talk to me in the chat. But if you have anything to say, just, you know, go ahead and say it. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. And so today what we're going to do, you guys, this is going to be fun. We are going to make a song. And since Tina is here, and Tina is my digital bestie, I might pick on her a little bit and have you help me make a song, Miss Tina. So let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen.
I would love to. I love music, so I'm right up for this one. You know that, don't you? But my hair isn't done.
You look amazing. Tina always looks amazing. Let's just snaps for Tina. Yay, snaps for Tina.
Don't.
Or men. The men are like, I don't.
Let me just put a light on.
So you're good. You look great. Okay, so I am going to, I see that my screen is shared. There we are. Here is my screen that I am sharing with you. We are going to start by going into GPT. Now, the reason we're starting in GPT is because what we want to do is create some lyrics for this song. This is an optional step, but if you're creating a jingle for your business, if you want to have some cool intro music for your YouTube channel, this is where you'll do it. You can go ahead and create your lyrics here. So I'm going to put in a quick prompt. Is everyone familiar with ChatGPT? You want to give me like a thumbs up? Yeah, we good? Fantastic. Okay, so I am not going to spend too much time going into it. Open your GPT, and you're going to prompt it by asking it to be a master songwriter. I want you to act as a master songwriter. If I'm going too fast, you have to forgive me. I'm American. I go at lightning speed.
Can we tell him like Paul Weller or something like that? Can we say Paul Weller? Like, you know Paul Weller from the Jam, don't you guys? Yeah? No? Oh, come on, guys. You must know Paul Weller from the Jam. It's from the 70s. Okay, fair enough.
No,
I'm old.
No. I'm more of like the Britney Spears RuPaul.
You know that one.
Well, one of the things we don't want to do with UDIO, one of the things that we can't actually do with UDIO and these types of platforms is reference a specific artist, because it's like, oh, that's where the copyright infringement comes in. It's like, no. We don't want to do the Beatles, but like, we're going to do the Beatles. Just don't tell anybody. You know, so a little like nudge. So we don't want to necessarily go too into exactly the.
See, that's really interesting to know, Crystal, because I would have immediately gone for somebody who I know. You know,
that's what I did. I was like, make me a song that sounds like Britney Spears. UDIO was like, no, ma'am. Also, please stop asking us to do things that sound like Britney Spears. Like, we don't need that in our life. Okay, so let's go back to our prompts. I want you to act as a master songwriter. I am an estate agent in the UK. And I want you to write a verse about my business. Okay, Tina, give me some little background so that I can give ChatGPT something to pull from.
Okay, so you want me to be an estate agent? I work for estate agents, so now you know, put me on the spot.
I work for an estate agent.
Yeah. I mean, I do the advertising for them, so you know.
Okay, so I
work.
Advertise for estate agents in the UK. Yeah, that more accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's much better. Thank you.
So what else can we put in here? You think that is something that if you were to write a song about your business, if you write some lyrics about your business, what else would we want the lyrics to reflect? Right.
We want the lyrics to reflect that right now, a lot of estate agents in the UK are doing video, but they're doing it completely wrong. They're not
Okay.
going to get leads from this. Is that going too fast?
Yep. Estate agents are doing video wrong and I can help them. Yeah.
And I can help them. And it's not going to take up a lot of their time to use our method. How about that? Is that okay?
Quick. Yep. Quick and easy to use my method. I know Dan
they don't need to use all the expensive stuff. They can just use their phone.
Expensive stuff. They can do it all from their phone. Great.
And it won't cost them a fortune like everything else there as well. That's another good thing, isn't it?
Won't cost them a fortune. Okay, guys, so see what we're doing here is I like that we're going a little more broad strokes with it, because I think at different stages in your business, maybe you're not 100% clear. I feel like all of you guys here, because you're in Laurel's group, you kind of know like your offers and your, specific problems and all of that. So get as in-depth here as you want, but I kind of like starting from like a little bit of a basic kind of overview to see how it does, and then we can refine from there.
We'll do that.
I'm going to start with this, and we're going to see what the GPT will give us. Now, while it's doing its output, one of the things to remember with the free version of UDIO is that it will give you a 32-second snippet of a song. You can pay to have it, I believe, extended. There's like a credit system that you can buy on. I want to keep this as much as possible to the free version today of everything that I'm going to show you, so that we don't have to worry about incurring additional costs. So how about this, Tina? What do you think?
Stages, listen up. Here's the deal. You're doing video wrong and I've got the real appeal. No need for fancy gear. Leave the stress behind. Just grab your phone. It's quick and easy. You'll find. No more costly setups. No more fortune to spend. With my method, success is round the bend. Capture the charm, the homes you need to show. Elevate your game and watch your business grow. I love the last two lines. Daniel, come and help with this, please. We're writing a song with Crystal.
I think this is great. And just for the sake of time, because I do want to like show you guys the full scope of things, and then we can go back and workshop a little bit later.
Dan's going, yes, it's fine.
It's great.
Brilliant. Again, awesome. Okay. Sorry.
I am going to copy this in. Now we're going to go over to UDIO. So everyone, I wrote this in GPT 4.0, so it is the paid version. You can, I believe, do it in 3.5. If you guys are familiar, the output's always better with the paid version. So with that, go ahead and take your output. Let's go over to UDIO. And I am going to minimize all of you guys, which I hate doing because I like being able to see all your beautiful faces while I'm doing this, but I need to be able to see my screen. Boo. Okay, so now we have UDIO. This is UDIO. There's a lot under the hood here to unpack, and I'm not going to unpack everything because I want to show you guys just how to get to where you want to go. I love this lovely message right here. Are we all seeing this lovely message right here? That a lot of people are also thinking that UDIO is pretty cool. And so it is running a little slow this morning. Such is the world of AI, right? Okay, so I am logged in under my free account, and I'm going to go over here on the left to create. Now you can play with all this stuff on the homepage. It's going to show you other clips that have been made. It's going to show you other songs that people have made if you want some inspo, but we're just going to go straight into it. We're going to hit create, and we'll put our prompt in here. So let me give you a lowdown here of what we're looking at. So if you don't have lyrics, if you don't have any ideas and you just want to play here, this is where you'll be able to put in a prompt that will do pretty much whatever you want. So the sample one is a documentary about the life of a credit card. I don't know about you guys, but if there was a documentary song about the life of my credit card, it would be a dramatic, very sad story, very sad song, lots of tears, lots of dramatic interludes and stuff. But you can write whatever you want here. So you can say, a song about a dog. And as you're doing this, you'll notice here that there are type of genres that are popping up. So we can click on these to add them. But let's say that you want indie rock. As I'm typing in indie rock, it's giving me other keywords that I can use to help refine the song even further. Psychedelic rock, indie rock, shoegaze, don't know what that is. British indie rock pop. Is that a little too on the nose? Am I too little too on the nose?
I have no idea what indie rock is. I'm terrible. I like the 60s and 70s and 80s stuff. I'm afraid.
Well, the good stuff. That's awesome. So if you don't have anything, like we're starting from a place where we have lyrics, we kind of have an idea of what we're going for. But if you don't, this is a great place to go in and just start playing around. They even have these roll of the dice to kind of give you, you know, different
What
ideas.
size?
Secret Society of Dust Bunnies Under the Bed, Autobiography of a Dollar Bill, Emergence of Plant Life in an Orchestral Arrangement. So a lot of fun things that we can do here. So the next, we have this little manual mode, so we can turn that on and off if we want to. Just allows us to pick different styles of music. And you do get a credit. You can get 100. Well, here we go. We get 10 credits daily, 100 a month, and 3 of the UDIO 130. And then it'll tell you like how it refreshes and stuff. So with the UDIO 130, it will give you a 2-minute song, which is great. So if you're like, this little 30-second track that I've created is amazing, I want more, you can always use 4 credits instead of the 2 and get a longer version. We're just gonna stick with the 2 today just for time. Now down here in the lyrics section, this is where it gets kind of fun. If you are starting without a GPT and you don't have any lyrics for your business, or you're just playing, you can leave it on auto-generated. And what that'll do is, based on this prompt up here, the emergence of plant life, it will just come up with lyrics on its own, and it'll do it sing on its own. If you are someone that wants just some instrumental like background music for your videos, you'll just click instrumental, nothing will happen. But we are fancy today, everybody. We are very fancy. So we are going to go to custom, and we're putting in Tina's amazing lyrics. Here we go. Use less than 350 characters for the best results. How rude.
Okay.
I feel like, okay, we'll do this. Are we good? 6 lines for most genre, fewer for slower songs, more for faster ones. Okay. So, you know, let's put them all in there and we'll just see what happens, because AI, we'll see what happens. So the type of music that you wanted, what do you think? What did you say?
I would go for pop music, because that are probably the things I'm thinking. Most estate agents who watch me are my age or slightly older.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that's probably what they know, like 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Absolutely. 60s, 70s.
Knowing the people themselves, and I know them. So, you know.
Sure. So pop music, 60s, 70s inspired. Then we have our 32-second length here. And we have our custom lyrics. And we can go under advanced features. There's a ton of other fun stuff that we can play with. Like I said, there's a lot under the hood here. So when you have more time, you can definitely play, you can edit, you know, all of this lyric timing stuff. I am probably the worst person to be teaching this class, because I like music, but like I couldn't tell you the difference between like a drum and a bass. And my husband makes fun of me all the time. He's like, how do you not know what instruments are playing? I'm like, I just don't. I don't have the ear for it. So I hit create. You can see here on the right, it is generating. I pray, because I didn't know that they were under a heavy load, that we could actually get this done today. So we have 2. They've already named them. Elevate Your Game, Real Estate Groove.
Real Estate Groove. Oh my goodness, that's totally 70s.
This is going to
the
be
groove.
amazing. I'm actually really.
And mind you, Madonna also got into the groove.
I love that. I love that. So while it's generating, we are going to hang out and wait wait a little second. Actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to move on to the next part while this is generating, because it could take a couple minutes. I don't want you guys just hanging out waiting. Let's swipe over to Canva. Does everyone, actually, let me just take a temperature. I'm going to stop my screen share really quick, just so that you guys aren't just sitting there watching the screen share. How are we with Canva? Does everybody have any background with Canva? Do we like Canva? Are we feeling good with Canva? Yeah. Okay. So basically, not at all. Is that what you said? You know Canva.
Oh, I love Canva. No, I love Canva.
You love Canva. Okay, great. I was a little concerned. I was like, oh, Canva. So one of the things that we're gonna do with Canva is actually show you guys how to take this audio file that you're making in UDIO and put it to video, to make like an explainer video, or to just have like some fun reels for your Instagram. So basically in Canva, we have access to a lot of stock video. If you have the pro version, it's always going to be better. If you don't, get the pro version, but there's still a lot available in the free version that you can definitely make this work. So while, it's done generating. Tina, are you ready? Are you ready? This is going to be amazing. Let's go back.
As long as everyone else is okay.
Let's see here. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Go back to video here. We should be able to hear everything just fine. I know we had a little bit of audio issues on our last call. So elevate our game. And we want to see real estate group first. So I'm going to go ahead and play it, and we're going to see what it came up with.
Estate agents, listen up. Here's the deal. You're doing video wrong, but I've got the real appeal. No need for fancy gear, leave the stress behind. Just grab your phone, it's quick and easy, you'll find. No more costly setups, no fortune to spend. With my method, success is just around the bend. Capture the charm.
I'm a little concerned that there's no actual music.
I was thinking it's like someone's just repeating it with the best London accent.
Like, a little concerned that there's no music. Maybe it is still generating. Maybe that's what
I was wondering. But they're waiting to put the bass and the drums in, but they're waiting for you to work out what they are. That's what it is.
Clearly. Oh my gosh, don't ask me that.
The homes you need to show, elevate.
Let's see if this one.
Estate agents, listen up, here's the deal. You a video wrong, but I've got the real appeal. No need for fancy gear, leave the stress behind. Just grab your phone, it's quick and easy to find. No more costly setups, no fortune to spend. With my method, success is just around the bend. Capture the charm, the hold you need to show. Elevate your game and watch your business grow.
Fun, sing along.
I mean, it's kind of amazing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download it, Tina, only because it's done. And I just want to be respectful of everyone's time. We're already like half an hour in. So I'm going to go ahead and download this, and I'm going to, let's put it here. I'm going to name this folder Tina. I'll email this to you later, Tina.
Thank you. Awesome. I don't have to do any work. I love this. Can you do my next one as well, please?
Sure. I'll send you an invoice. It'll be great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop my share, and I'm going to move over to Canva because I like showing you guys fun stuff like this. But the main thing is, how can you use it in practical application, right? Like, okay, now you have this fun track. What do you do with it, right? So let's get Canva open here and do a screen share. How's everyone tracking, by the way? Are we feeling good about everything? How's my pace?
Yeah, this is really cool.
Tracking?
Thank you.
Rad. Love it, love it, love it. I have a tendency to speak in a million miles an hour, so I do apologize if you need me to slow down. We'll have plenty of time for Q&A. Okay. Oh, here's all my photos. There's Eve and I. Sorry, that's Eve and I at my wedding. We're working on a fun project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upload that audio file. Oh, Lord, please don't look at my terrible file structure here. Where's my Tina folder? Tina, here we go. Elevate your game. Okay, so I have a project open here in Canva, and I want to show you guys how I got to it, just for those who are maybe a little newer to Canva. When you go to your home, it'll give you this screen here, okay? And since we are going to be using this audio as a back setting to a video, go ahead and click on this video here. And we have a bunch of different size option. I'm going with generic video. If you know that you're going to use this for Instagram, for Facebook, for an ad, for example, go ahead and click the size that works the best for you. For the sake of demonstration, I just went with this generic video size. 1920 by 1080 is kind of our standard, like for YouTube and stuff like that. Should work on every platform except for anything that's vertical. If it does, it'll give you those bars at the top and the bottom, kind of icky. But you can always, move things around. So now that we have our incredible track, which I just think is fantastic, we are going to go up to elements here on the left-hand side. Right, left hand, yep, left hand. I had to do that. Did anybody else do that? Left or right? I have to use my hands to figure it out. And we are going to go down to videos. So since we are targeting estate agents, what do you think would be the best B-roll, background, like visuals for what we're doing here, Tina?
Houses, I reckon. What do you think? Houses or a city view?
Fantastic. Should we do like UK houses and see if there's anything?
If you can find UK houses, yeah, let's go for that.
Take a look. Well,
okay, crikey, yeah.
That's pretty British.
Right. Yeah, that's a bit boring though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go for the top ones. I'm just being silly, Crystal, don't worry.
It's, I mean, unless you plan on like teaching them how to sell a palace, which, listen, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job.
That's House of Parliament. You want to blow that up? I'm not allowed to say that on video, am I?
Wow. And now I have to edit this. Thanks, Tina. That's great. More work
I'm
for
so
me.
sorry.
Again,
Guy Fawkes on that, that's where we get the bonfires from.
I will be sending you an invoice here shortly. You're giving me so much more work. Okay, so
go for the top one on the top left-hand corner.
top left-hand corner, this right here, or like top, this here?
That one, that's the one, yeah.
And
so I'm pointing with my mouse, and you can't see my mouth. That is very English. That was built around the 1940s.
Perfect.
That's
so
like
what I'm going to do is, so let me back up a little bit because I'm getting ahead of myself. One of the things I want you guys to look at here is you'll see each clip has a second. You'll see like the time allotted to it. You can trim these and edit these. That unfortunately will be another video because that editing process can be a little more involved than we have time for today. Especially if you guys have questions. If you don't, I'm happy to backtrack as soon as we're done here. But when you know that your clip is 32 seconds, you'll want to try and pick a video that either your series of videos comes up to 32 seconds, or you'll kind of chop and edit down how you need. So this first clip being 10 seconds, that's kind of long. I'm just gonna trim it down here just so we can get a bunch of different clips. Click on our second page, add in another clip. And so as long as you keep adding pages, you can keep adding videos. So make sure like when I clicked on this one and then I clicked on this video, it added it as another layer. So we obviously don't want to do that. So we are going to add another page here at the bottom by just clicking on the little plus and then clicking on the video and it will populate. The video populates kind of shrunken in. You'll want to right click on it, set video as background so you get a nice full screen image. And let's pick a couple more. Very British. This is like the most American. I'm like, that looks British. Let's use that. That's great.
Got Big Ben there. I used to have to cycle down there to go to my business, Chris. So it's like, we're out of London for a reason, you know that, don't you?
Listen, Tina, this is an example and you can change.
That's 14th century architecture. That is beautiful. More of those, please.
Fantastic. So see right here, if you're wondering like where you're at as you're adding these clips, your total time, your total duration is here at the bottom. So we're currently at 19 seconds. And you like this. So another thing, if you're like, hey, I really like that and I want more. See these three buttons? When you click on them, you can always go down to see more like this, and it will pull more content that is tagged with the original videos tags. Does that make sense?
Top left, that's more like Bath then.
More bar.
Up top left.
This here?
It's yeah, well, they've just, yes, that'll be good.
Perfect. Let's do that. And
I don't know what that is. It looks very dark gothic, but that's quite cool, isn't it?
It is quite cool. And so as we're adding in these clips, there's so many layers in Canva. We can add text on top of these. We can do so much more with them. And again, that's, you know, for the sake of time, we can we'll see how we do and we can maybe come back to it. But right now we're running at 33 seconds, which I think is great. Perfect, right? So now what I'm going to do is go back to our uploads and I'm going to drag our, good Lord Almighty, I'm going to drag our audio down. And we don't want to download, we want to add it to the entire clip, drop music into the timeline. Here we go. All right. And
so it's very much like CapCut, doesn't it? It looks very much like CapCut.
Exactly. It is, and you can definitely do this in CapCut. I find it easier when we're using UDIO on a desktop to go ahead and like download and do everything in CapCut or in Canva. CapCut also has a desktop version. So if CapCut is something you're really familiar with and you like, you can 1,000,000% replicate everything I'm doing right now in CapCut on your phone if you want to transfer that file to your phone or if you want to use the desktop version. So
I use desktop for everything, Crystal, so that's what I was thinking. Sorry, beg your pardon.
I don't know if it's because I'm all about having like talons or what, but like I cannot like edit on my phone. I cannot do it. It does not work for me.
Okay. I'm just lazy.
So another cool thing, we can add transitions in the middle of these videos. We're not going to add a new frame here. Let's see, we can add, let's do like just a nice dissolve. No, you're sassy actually. Let's do a match and move. Do a match and move for Sassy Tina. I'm just going to throw these in. This is an extra step you don't have to do because otherwise your video will just chop, chop, chop. I like a transition. I think it makes it look a little more polished. Let's go ahead and add in, this is our last one here. And then we get to play our video with our song. So let's have a listen and see how we did.
Listen up, here's a deal. You a video wrong, but I've got the real appeal. No need for fancy gear, leave the stress behind. Just grab your phone, it's quick and easy to find. No more costly setups, no fortune to spend. With my method, success is just around the bend.
Do well on TikTok, Prescott.
All you need to show.
Elevate your game. TikTok.
Sorry?
I think it's going to be for TikTok, don't you reckon?
Absolutely. I think it would be great for TikTok. So
yeah,
there's a
TikTok
little like finishing things that we can do here. So like on the audio, personally, I would want a fade out. Like I don't like that abrupt cut, you know? So I can go into audio effects here and do a fade out. Again, I love how Canva makes this very simple for people who don't know how to audio edit, who don't know how to video edit. This beat sync is also kind of fun because what it'll do is the AI will read the music and then do your chops as close to it, so it feels there's a little more musicality to it. So we can do that. Just see. And let it do its thing. See, we're doing pretty good on time. So I feel like I covered the meat of it. So now we have time for questions and playing around, but I do want to show you guys a couple different options. So what it did was it cut the track down to 22 seconds, but it should be more musical, right? So let's take a listen, see how it did, and know that we can always make these adjustments. Now, because there are lyrics, we're not going to want it to cut out too early. So this would not be an ideal situation, right? Like we would not have it do beat sync, cut out the last 10 seconds and lose the last bit of the lyrics that we wrote. So this isn't going to be a perfect situation, but at very least we can kind of play with the beat sync and see what it sounds like.
Listen up, here's a deal. You a video wrong, but I've got the real appeal. No need for fancy gear, leave the stress behind. Just grab your phone, it's quick and easy to find. No more cost.
So you guys see what it did there? It tried to find where that beat was. I don't know that it did all that well, to be honest. I feel like we were better when we did it ourselves, but I'm not trying to judge the AI.
That's why you have to test things, you know. AI doesn't know, but we get to use it really quickly to find out what we liked and what we didn't like, and we can undo it really quickly. That's exactly the thing, and you can go choose one more thing to see if it's better. Exactly. I just like save a copy, and then I like, you know, did like that, did like that. Okay, well, can you just change this? Yeah.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I like to talk about when I'm doing these classes is that, you know, AI isn't meant to replace you, is not meant to do the work for you, but it is meant to get you like 80% of the way there. So we're looking at this as a time-saving tool and not necessarily a do-it-for-me. So, and that should be true for anything you do in AI. It should be true for your ChatGPT outputs. It should be true for your video outputs. Anything that you're doing, we want to use this like you hired a team of very skilled assistants to get it almost to where you want it, and you go in and refine from there, and then we make a perfect product. One last thing I'm going to show you before we open up for questions is this little thing right here called Resize and Magic Switch. Yeah. So Tina mentioned this would be great for TikTok. Agreed. Click on Resize and Magic Switch. This is their internal AI that will do this on the fly. Again, it's not perfect. It gets you a lot of the way there. So let's say we want to take what we did, we love it, we want it for Instagram. It'll automatically resize everything, and we'll be able to like tweak and that kind of thing. But what it did, it automatically put it in this vertical format. And you'll hit copy and resize, give it a little second, open your story. And here we have it in a vertical version.
Oh yeah, cool.
And so I would, and then you can go in and like tweak things like move it, center your footage and stuff. You'll double click on that footage to be able to move things around. But then here we go.
Listen up, here's the deal. You a video wrong, but I've got the real appeal. No,
so you can see how you can easily take what you've created and put it on multiple platforms. So if you're someone that's maybe running an Instagram ad campaign that you want to take the exact same video you did on for your Facebook ads or for things that are, widescreen and you want to make them vertical, easy click, go ahead and do that switch and you are good to go. So that's basically how that works. So we have about 20 minutes left for questions. So if you guys want to chime in, if you have any questions for me, otherwise I can show you guys how to put text on it. If you want if someone else wants to be my next victim and write a song for their business, I'm happy to do that too. So I'll open up the floor for questions if you guys have anything for me. Oh, hi, Tina.
I didn't want to jump in if anyone's got questions, but you said about words. I was going to ask you, can we put the lyrics on there? Because I'm noticing the majority of people who I work with, they look at their phones without sound on because they're usually stuck on a train or, in a busy meeting and they're like this in a meeting and stuff. You know what people are like, don't you? So
Absolutely.
they tell me they don't want sound.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking, at least they know I'll need to go and look at it later to listen to the music.
Sure. So one of the things, and it doesn't happen in Canva natively, but would happen either in Instagram if you'd use the captions feature or in CapCut, is it'll read the lyrics for you. Just like it picks up any type of audio that you have otherwise, whether it's verbal audio or whether it's a song, it'll go ahead and get those lyrics ready for you. And having the lyrics on hand, I find that CapCut actually makes a fair bit of mistakes when it's doing its transcription. So just having your lyrics nearby to just go ahead and clean up any messes that are there will definitely kind of make that process easier.
So you would just go to CapCut too then, and then just check them. I'm just checking, just making sure that what we're doing is the quickest way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so just carry on what we're doing. That's awesome. Thank you, Crystal.
No, no problem. No problem at all. Does anybody want to be another victim? Do you want to make another video? I feel like we have such a small group today that we can pretty much do whatever we like. But if anyone wants to go next, otherwise I will see. Yeah, Sabine?
Well, what do you need? I haven't prepared anything.
Listen, all I need to know is what your business is, and then we can make a jam for you. So let me go ahead and share my screen again. Let's go back to ChatGPT, and we will be able to. That is not the right screen. UDIO. Here we go. Let's go back and share this guy here. Can we see everything, you guys? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So Sabine, basically all we need is to have you tell me about your business, and then we will create some songs for you. So
Okay.
I'm going to copy this out. So if you're doing this on your own, you'll start out with, I want you to act as a master songwriter. So because we already have that, I'm going to say, that's great. Now let's make one for, tell me about your business.
I call myself the Evergreen Sales Queen. So I help female entrepreneurs create their evergreen sales funnels. For example, webinars, challenges, content.
Okay, so I help female, F-E-M-A-L, female business owners. Give me that one more time.
Create evergreen marketing systems.
Okay.
For example, evergreen webinars, evergreen challenges, evergreen everything, content,
challenges and
programs, digital programs.
As well as digital programs. Okay. Is there anything else that's very unique about your business or special about your business that we should include?
Yeah, I think it definitely is the notion of evergreen, which for me means that you don't have to reinvent yourself over and over again.
Perfect. Reinvent yourself over and over again. And I'm actually going to say
and running exhausting Yeah, we can also put in something like running exhausting life launchings, going around the treadmill kind of thing.
Let's see, no more running an exhausting business. Get your life back.
Yep.
Your life and time back. Okay.
Get your time back. Yep.
Perfect. So we're going to see what it comes up with this. So if you like this, we can play with it. I feel like it stole a little from Tina's vibes. So if you're like, hey, I like this, great, we can always prompt it again and say, that's great, but not quite on the mark. And I'm doing this to be mainly for people that don't understand how you can talk to GPT. I like to say that talking to GPT is like talking to a person or an assistant, where, you know, you can say, good job, but, you know, you can do a little bit better here, you can do a little bit better there. Say, if that's not quite on the mark, you can say, give me 3 more versions and make them snappier. You seem like a snappy gal, Sabine, so maybe get things a little more snappy.
Yeah.
I mean, here we go. So now we have things that are definitely a lot snappier, a lot sassier. Hey, boss ladies, here's your win. Evergreen Systems, let's begin. Wow, it's already happening.
Oh, cool. There's
No
a
more
lot of
hustle.
even.
Come in your life, you'll finally find. Queens of Business, listen clear. Evergreen Methods right here. Okay, so is there one of these 3 that you like better?
I can't even see. I'm on a phone, so you'd have to read it out to me.
No problem. So the version 2, Queens of Business, listen clear. Evergreen Methods right here. Webinars, content, all on cue. Freedom's calling, and it's all for you. And then the third one, I don't know why I'm reading it like that. The third one, ladies, ditch the stress and strife. Evergreen's here. Reclaim your life. Webinars and content, evergreen bright. Run your biz with ease day and night.
And which one was that the third one?
That was the third one. The first one is, hey, boss
And
ladies, here's your win. Evergreen Systems, let's begin. No more hustle, no more grind. Time in life you'll finally find.
okay, well, let's go for the first one.
Okay.
I think it's definitely going to be a rap, something really cool.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so I like the first one. So GPT, hey, I like that first one.
It's going to be a female voice, I think.
Give me, yep. Okay, so let's say, give me 2 verses for a 30-second song. So it's giving us both verses. Hey, boss ladies, here's your win. Evergreen Systems, let's begin. No more hustle, no more grind. Time in life you'll finally find. Webinars, challenges, all set to go. Digital programs, watch your business grow. Reclaim your time, let your dreams ignite. Evergreen success, shining bright.
Cool.
As someone who has 0 background in music or any type of musical taste at all, I think that's phenomenal. But I will leave the decision to people who actually know what they're doing a lot more than I do. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to go back over here to UDIO. And I am going to pray that I can create another one. It didn't even occur to me that I would not be able to. We'll find out. Okay. Create. Let's see here. So let's do, what kind of rap? You like 90s rap, like old school? 80s rap?
No, more current.
Current rap. Oh, she cool. Okay.
Yeah, like
Current rap, like hip hop maybe.
Yeah.
Female singer.
Doja Cat kind of.
Doja Cat. Okay. I love that for you. And female vocalist. Okay. And so we'll do the 30-second. I am going to pop out Tina's lyrics and pop in yours if it would let me. There we go. Okay. I just copied all the way down. Okay, I'm going to take out verse, like these notes that tell it like verse 1, verse 2, just in case it thinks that that's a thing. And okay, so we have female vocalists, we have current rap. Actually, I'm going to put 2024 rap, hip hop, Doja Cat, female vocalist. Cool. And let's go ahead Is it going to let me create another one? Let's find out. We're going to let it go. Now, I may not be able to download these just because the free version of UDIO only allows so many a day. But when you're in there playing with them, it looks like you can create however many you want. You probably just will download the ones that you want to keep.
Let Sabine have hers, because hers is like really cool, whereas mine was done in a rush, and you know, I can do mine.
It's all good. So actually, this error that we're getting here is exactly kind of pointing to what I was talking about at the very beginning of the video in regards to that lawsuit, right? Artist replace. We do not generate artist likeness without permission. So these are the types of music they're replacing Doja Cat with. So it's just a little thing that we need to know. That, you know, we'll see what shakes out with the lawsuit, but that's, you know, it's letting us know like, hey, I can't do that. Now, how do I get rid of that error? All right. So we're going to give it a second as it generates the song. And that was really fast. So let's see which one is ready to go. Let's try Evergreen Hustle.
Hey boss ladies, here's your win. Evergreen systems, let's begin. No more hustle, no more grind. Time in life you'll finally find. Webinars, challenges all set to go. Digital programs, watch your business grow. Reclaim your time, let your dreams ignite. Evergreen success shining bright.
That was kind of awesome, but not at all the hip hop style that we were going for. So clearly when we had Doja Cat in there and it was like, we're going to replace this artist with these types, it really went all in on that synth pop. So let's take it out and have it generate again and see if we can get something a little closer to what we were hoping for. But I love that it took Doja Cat and gave us like, I don't know, 2010 Cascade, like in the club.
That Eurovision type.
Right, yeah, exactly. I was like, it's not exactly what we were going for. Not quite exactly what we were going for. Oh, we've got 10 minutes left, so this is going to be great. We'll get this done. All right. We're going to read it out. Hopefully they got it right this time. Evergreen Hustle, rap hip hop. You know, while it's doing that, let's just take a listen. I'm just curious.
Hey boss ladies, here's your win.
Like not even close. Not even close. Such is the world of AI. Sometimes it'll get it. Sometimes you need to yell at it. All right. Let's cross our fingers and hope that this next one works out.
Mr. Princess, say this back.
I don't know that's the kind of ad we want to run. Just putting it out there.
Probably not.
Probably not. Let's take a listen to this one.
Funny.
Yeah, that was a
I
little.
thought it was just me. I thought it was just me then, because I don't listen to modern day music yet. I haven't quite got that. And I thought, is that what people are listening to these days? It sounds like people having sex.
I mean,
Sorry.
Young people, I don't know. I'm old.
Hey boss ladies, here's your win. Evergreen systems, let's begin. No more hustle, no more grind. Time in life you'll finally find. Webinars, challenges all set to go. Digital programs, watch your business grow. Reclaim your time, let your dreams ignite. Evergreen success, shining bright.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
A little more vintage vibes than I feel like you were going for, though.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, because my target audience is a bit older as well. They're gonna listen to this.
Sure. Well, the cool thing is you can go in there and you can play and you can change. So do you want to try a different style of music?
What would you say?
Oh, I lost your audio there, Sabine. Am I the only one? No. We can't hear you. Yeah,
No,
Sabine.
no, I can't hear Sabine. anymore either. Sorry, it's gone. The audio just dropped it straight out. It's really strange.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to put it in the chat, Sabine, otherwise I'll go ahead and just do something completely off the marker. If anyone has any ideas, if you want to shout it out really quick, that we can use
Pop.
for business.
Go for pop. Try pop.
Just regular
Maybe.
pop.
Either that or rock, because a lot of
Yeah,
people.
rock. Let's do like okay, why don't we get really gross? 80s hair metal rock anthem. Listen, here's something you guys should know about me, and I'm terribly sorry, but I think Pour Some Sugar on Me might be one of the greatest songs ever written. And now Pour Some Sugar on Me by oh my god, I can't believe
I'll go look it up.
Pour Some Sugar on Me. Why? Def Leppard. Thank you. Sorry. Wow, that's embarrassing.
Oh, Def Leppard are freaking awesome, girl.
Oh, I love it. Okay, this is it. This is why I can hang around young people, because they don't get it. They don't get it. They're like, what is a Def Leppard? That song is terrible. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's musical genius. And watch as everyone promptly leaves the call. My apology. Okay, so while this is generating, I wanted to go the other direction just to show you guys kind of the scope of what this can do, but it really can do anything. Eve was really into creating a lot of these indie pop, because that's what she's into, like these indie rock, a lot of acoustic guitar, kind of fun stuff like that, all the way up to like, this is more, there we go, 80s vibes, perfect. A lot of these more like, you know, cool, like underground music. I'm just not, I love that it's calling it Evergreen Triumph. This is like already the most 80s thing ever. One of my favorite things to do, so if I know you guys don't really know me that well, but I'll tell you that one of my favorite things to do is to make people I love feel awkward. I think it's just really funny. And so every time before even I go into a sales call, I put an Eye of the Tiger in the car and I like get all pumped up and stuff just to make her cringe. Because I think it's really funny. So I'm actually stoked, and I feel like I should make an 80s rock anthem for us. So next time we go into a sales call, we're like in it. Okay, you guys, are you ready? I'm excited.
Hey, boss ladies, it's your win. Evergreen system, let's begin. No more hustle, no more grind. Time and life, you'll fully find. When there's challenges, we're set to go. Digital programs, launch your business grow. Breathe like a time that your dreams ignite. Evergreen success, shining bright.
I'm not saying that I'm a musical genius, but I'm telling you this AI is kind of making me feel like it, you guys. Let's play the second one just for giggles. And I see some chats coming through. Let me just play this. I'll get right to whatever's going on in the chat if you have questions. Let's rock and roll, you guys. I feel like my hair's not big enough for this.
Ladies, here's your win. Evergreen systems, let's begin. No more hustle, no more grind. Time to life, you'll finally find. Weapons, challenges, all set to go. Digital programs, watch your business grow. Take your time, let your dreams ignite. Evergreen success, shining bright.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but if I saw that in an ad, I'm immediately handing over my wallet. I'm like, just take my money. Like, just take my money. So good. So good.
Yeah, that's good.
So without going through the entire process again, you can see how we would download this song, take it into Canva, CapCut, your program of choice, go ahead and find that B-roll and create your video with it. What I would like to challenge you guys to do, however, is create one of those fun TikTok videos where, or even Instagram, where you're like singing the lyrics to your own song as your ad, right? Like, so a lot of what we want to do when we're creating content, and Laurel preaches this all the time, we want to create relatability. We want to let people in, and we want to show them that we are real people that care about what they're doing, and we want their businesses to succeed, right? So coming in and being vulnerable and being silly and headbanging and to your own like 80s hair anthem that promotes your business. This is a differentiator, you guys. Like, this is something that like will stop the scroll, will get people in, will get people excited, because they're, I mean, like, look, I'll be honest, I am 42 years old. If I saw a middle-aged woman hanging out on Instagram going, ah, to like her own song promoting her business, like I'm watching it. I'm watching it, right? And I think that's the main goal with all of these things that we're doing, is that we are trying to create content that will stop the scroll, right? And get people excited. So thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next month. Yeah. If you have any questions, hit me up in Laurel's group or in the chat or in the DMs. So yes, I will absolutely email that to you, Sabine. So we have a couple minutes left. I want to open it up for any last minute questions. Otherwise, a huge thank you for hanging out with me today. You guys, thank you for letting me be your host for this past hour. Just the 8 of us. It's like a cozy little, it's like a musical hug. A musical hug is what it is. I feel like after this, no one's going to ask me back to host anymore. But here we are. So thank you guys so much.
Crystal, why would no one ask you back to do this again?
I'm a wild animal, Tina. I'm just a wild feral, you know?
Okay, well, it's just because you think you're different, you know, it's no different to listen to Eve or Nick or Laurel. Okay.
Well,
yes,
they come across as like, we know what we're talking about. For me, it takes a minute to get there. I'm over here with my Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, I just.
Cool.
It's a little.
I don't see where you didn't think you didn't know what you were doing. So I didn't get that point.
Well, again,
I didn't notice that. So you didn't need to say anything because that passed us by. You told us everything we needed to know just then, didn't she? Yeah.
This is Kofehe. I'm sorry. I like Pokemon. I like Pokemon. Thank you, Chuck. I'm so glad you guys like. Thanks, Mark. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. And Chuck, hey, thanks for putting up with it. There was a lot of like lady talk at the beginning, but I appreciate you sticking through it. Love that for us. I feel like we're all like just really bonded and like we know each other really well now. And people that are watching this on the replay, clearly you missed out on a party. But hopefully you'll join us next month. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop recording and wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you again so much for spending time with me this morning. I appreciate you so very much. It's such an honor to be able to sit here with you for an hour, teach you guys something cool, and hopefully you liked it. I will upload all of the tracks UDIO will let me to and send them directly either to you, or I will post them in Laurel's group so we can all enjoy them together. And if you guys are using UDIO and you do come up with anything cool and you want to share it with me, you can find me at sometimesglam on Instagram, or you can find me at this Eve_and_Crystal. I'll put that in the chat really quick. If you want to send them over to us. Because we want to know. The best part about teaching and the best part about doing all of this, you guys, is actually seeing you guys put it into action. Even if you don't make a video about it because you don't want to, it's not really your vibe. I at least like to know that like we taught you something cool and you get to go home and play with it and you know, experiment and stuff. So again, a huge thank you. Appreciate you guys so very much. We'll get the replay up as soon as possible. Any questions in the meantime, reach out to me in the group. There's our Insta right in the chat. And we will see you, at Even Crystal. And then me directly is at sometimesglam. You can also reach Eve there as well on Instagram. And if you have any questions, follow-ups, whatever. So again, thank you guys so much for your time today. It was an honor and a pleasure. And we will see you guys here in a month. If you have any requests also for next month's class, please let us know. We're happy to accommodate for everyone. Okay? All right, you guys, have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you very soon.